What's up, guys? Kelvin K. Lee, Senior Editor, BCP Plus, here with your GCW Collective Review. This is what I had the opportunity to watch at GCW during WrestleMania week. Want to start off by saying, if you missed any of these events, please do yourself a favor, go to Triller TV, get some of these events. I was there in person for the Friday events, and let me tell you, hands down, some of the best wrestling I've ever seen. I became fans of multiple people, and this is something that I really want to see going forward. Their collective review for Las Vegas this year, absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But let's break this down. Let's talk about what I seen and what you need to go back and look at, because there were some bangers on this Friday card. To start, we go into Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. What an event they had. This was my first Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling event. So I was very curious to see what was the presentation going to be, what was the in-ring action going to be, how were they going to carry this on. Was not disappointed. If you like anime and you like pro wrestling, you need to follow Joshi Pro Wrestling, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, because that is very much the vibe that I got. Hard-hitting action from all the ladies on this card. Kudos to every single woman who stepped in the ring during this event. There were some bangers on this match. We had a six-woman, I'm going to call it, tag match. Ram Kaicho, Viva Van, and Yuki Aino against Rita Tatsumi, Shino Suzuki, and Vert Vixen. Love all the women in these matches. So much hard hitting. First time I saw Viva Van and Vert Vixen in the ring together, it was freaking amazing. Hard hitting match, great stuff from all the women involved. I believe Viva Van's team got the win, and phenomenal. It was a phenomenal match. Got a lot of great reaction in the event. Something that I very much would like to see from all women. I need to see more of all of these women, specifically Yuko Aino. I really liked Yuko Aino in this match. Then we got a tag team match, Maki Ito, which, oh my God, there were some oh my God moments in this match. This event, I'm going to say Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, this particular event was probably my favorite event of everything. This is including WrestleMania. This was probably my favorite event of anything that I've seen this entire weekend, and I've seen a lot. This event and the women on this card, my favorite match on this card is Suzume versus Jada Stone. It's my favorite match of the entire weekend. I highly recommend anybody to go watch that particular match, and it's a banger. I'm on my short list right now of match of the year. This one's on it, because these two ladies put on one hell of a show. Great action, fast pace. My second favorite match of the weekend is also on this card, and it's Mizuki versus Miyu Yamashita. I believe I'm saying that right. Don't know anything about either of the ladies, but great match. And this is the reason why you need to get out, and you need to just open your palate for more wrestling. This particular event was why. You had so much going on. Not even just praising everybody on the match. Listen, we got Miyu Watanabe versus Masha Slamovich on this card. Absolutely amazing card from every single woman on this card. Yes. Kudos to Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. If you're a fan of pro wrestling, again, if you're a fan of anime, this promotion has you covered Completely. It brought out all my nerdum. All of my nerdum. Because I'm a nerd for pro wrestling and I'm a nerd for anime. You put both of them together, yes, I'm there. You take my money. I'm going on title match. I'm going on Triller. I'm doing something. I'm finding these ladies. I'm subscribing. They have my attention. Thank you, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, for giving me a great, great event during WrestleMania week. Yes, please come back. Please come back. Come to New Orleans. People need to see this again. Thank you. So, with that being said, their sister promotion or big brother promotion, whatever you want to call it, they came to town also. DDT Pro Wrestling, another Japanese-based organization, came through again. If you like these styles of matches, please, if you haven't been exposed to this stuff, I feel so bad for you. Like, I felt bad for me because I don't get this type of stuff on the regular. But stuff like this is why you need to go out and you need to get into these smaller events. If you're not a fan of all the wrestling, which is understandable, I mean, give these types of things a chance, please. Because again, on this card, you had a lot of great action. I want to go to one match in particular because I've seen these clips online and I was always curious about these types of matches. How is this going to play out? How is this entertaining in any type of way? And I'm going to refer to Minoru Suzuki and Yoshihiko. That match. Hear me out. Hear me out. If you haven't seen these types of matches, I'm talking about the blow up doll. If no one knows what I'm talking about, it's Minoru Suzuki versus a blow up doll. And I'd seen Kenny Omega do it. We've seen a few people do these types of matches, right? Will Ospreay's done it. It's curiously cool. It's wild. It's wild because when they came out, I was like, how are they going to make this work? And I've seen the clip, so obviously I know what it is. And I'm like, all right, I finally get one of these matches live in the building. It was insanity how much the crowd was into that match. It was crazy. But them being into it got me into it because if you can have these types of matches with a blow-up doll, you can have great matches. That's the takeaway that I got from it. It was entertaining for what it was, right? Sometimes you have to suspend your belief a little bit to make this work out for you. I'm all cool with that. This is one of those instances. Stop taking everything so seriously. They go in there, they entertain, they come out of it, everybody's happy. That is what we need more of in the wrestling industry overall. I'm going to refer to that match. We had Nick Wayne in attendance. Gringo Loco was here. We had WWE ID Prospect. Marcus Matthews was in the building. I sat next to Kip Sabian. And there was a chant going on for Mama Wayne, which he joined in on. So I leaned over to him. I'm like, you're not supposed to say that. He's like, It was hilarious. The whole exchange was hilarious. But yeah, we had that. We had Santana Jackson. Shout out to him because he did an interview on BCP Plus. If you haven't seen that interview, please go see it. We had so much. Timothy Thatcher was on this thing. Konosuke Takeshita was in action against Mao. Very, very great card to follow what I thought was a very, very great card in Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. This was phenomenal back-to-back cards. And by the end of it, I was like, dude, I'm probably going to burn out. And I did not. I absolutely did not. I had no idea what was coming after that. Let me tell you, Joey Janela's one hell of an event. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Now, I want to go back because some of these, I told you we had some great matches. Sorry, we had some great matches going into that. This particular event was the one that gave me the booster, right? We got the booster. We needed this. And I told you, I was like, man, I think I'm gonna burn out. There's a lot going on. And by that time, I had this was like hour 8. We're in hour 8 of some great of some great matches. We get to these events, and on this card, Gringo Loco shows up again. They did a great spot in these matches. I'm just going to recommend the matches that you need to see from it. Dr. Wagner, El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., Galeno del Mal versus Gringo Loco, RS and Jack Cartwheel, right? Go watch that match. Mega Vane versus Bozilla, one of my favorite matches of the weekend. By the way, AEW, if you are listening to me, please, whatever Megan Vane was doing in this, do more of that on AEW. Man, let me tell you, Megan Vane is quickly becoming one of my favorite female wrestlers. She is a beast. With that being said, my eyes were open to Bozilla. Very much so. I have to watch more of her. And yes, the answer is yes. Zack Sabre Jr. over one called Manders. Watch that match. My favorite match of this card, Atticus Cogar versus Fuego del Sol. Oh my goodness. Banger. Got the pleasure to interview Fuego. He said in that interview, he said he was going to go places where he hadn't gone before. Absolutely did that. But Atticus did come out victorious despite seeing what I think is the best version of Fuego del Sol. So the question is, now that Fuego del Sol has lost his mask, where are we going to go from here with Fuego? Now, hopefully I get to see him later, and I'm going to ask him, where do we go with Fuego? We saw him put his boots in the ring. Hopefully this isn't retirement. Shout out to Sam Stackhouse, who tried to help him in this match, was unsuccessful, but one of the best spots. Go back and watch this match. One of the best spots that I saw this weekend was from Sam Stackhouse. Another one of the best spots that I saw from this weekend was from Fuego and Atticus. Great match. Got to speak to Atticus afterward, congratulate him on a great match. Phenomenal. That was a phenomenal match. Matt Tremont versus Minoru Suzuki. If you're following, there's a theme. People have multiple matches during this, and that's the thing that I've learned about WrestleMania week. There were a lot of wrestlers that had multiple matches throughout the week and multiple matches per day throughout the week. So kudos to everyone who came out, was on these cards, had multiple matches. I know it's exhausting because I was exhausted and I didn't even wrestle, but just following along, I know it's exhausting. So I saw firsthand what you put your bodies through. It's amazing that anybody's even standing after one match, let alone going around the town and doing this over and over and over again throughout the day. Much kudos to everybody. Much kudos to everybody. But getting back to that event, Gabe Kidd, Mance Warner, bloody match, gory, loved it. Then one of my best surprises of the night, Ricky Morton, Mike Jackson, George South, Damian 666, who I was like, he's still alive, holy crap, and Robert Gibson. They came out and had a senior scramble. Then Kerry Morton came out and everybody jumped on him. It was amazing. So just the fact that we got the Rock and Roll Express in the ring, and I got to see this live. Yes, thank you. Whatever entity is watching over me and making sure I see that, thank you. Thank you. Because I felt like this week I felt like my life was complete. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This was amazing. This was absolutely amazing. But a lot of good stuff from this card. The ending, Sabu versus Joey Janela in a no rope barbed wire match. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was tough to see. It was tough to watch. By then, my phone had died, so I couldn't record it. But it was a great match for what it was, for what it was. I don't like seeing Sabu in the ring at this age doing these types of things. That's just me. That's my honest opinion. But if he's happy doing it, much respect to him. For him to put his body through this at that age, I think he's in his 60s. If he's putting his body on the line at that age, it's his body. Go ahead. If that makes you happy, Sabu, please, by all means. But me, honestly, I rather you enjoy these years. Don't put your body through any more pain. That's just me. But overall, for what that match was, not bad. It wasn't a bad match. In the arena, people were actually into that match. Our last event of the night was Heels Have Eyes for the Culture. GCW put on one hell of an event. I think this might have been the most star-studded event of the day. They just threw banger after banger after banger after banger. And this was a midnight show. By the time this came around, it was crazy events going on all day. I had met so many people. it was just amazing. So this was like the cherry on top of the greatest piece of cake that I've ever had. It was awesome. We had Leon Slater, Mustafa Ali, Trevor Lee, Moose. The Hardys were in action on a midnight show, which is, you love to see it. Devon Dudley was in the house. Mike Santana, who we've all interviewed these people, right? We've interviewed these people on BCB Plus, so to see them in action. Raj Desi was in action. Alexis Littlefoot, Masha Slamovich. This was a crazy event. The infantry was in the building. We had so much going on. Shout out to Maya World, who was also in the building. I actually ran into her before the event. Got to speak with her a little bit. One of the greatest up-and-coming women's wrestlers that you'll see. So this was awesome. We had a battle royal with some names in it. Brian Keith, Real One, who ended up winning that. It was great, man. This was a great way to recap a great event and a great day. So for my money, what I will say is, again, WrestleMania comes with all these events, man. All these smaller promotions doing a whole bunch of events. GCW, I felt like, led the charge. You had so many promotions in town for this. A lot of people came from Texas, where I'm from, to put on events. So there was something for everybody. But I truly believe GCW did their best to cater to every single wrestling fan, no matter what you like, no matter what style you like, no matter what promotion you like. They had something for everybody. In this one day, they had 3 days of action-packed stuff. But just this one particular day, they had everything on the menu if you liked it. So I want to give them a shout out. Shout out to Chad Menez, who made us feel comfortable, gave us a platform. They did their best to cater to BCP Plus. Very big shout out to you. Very cool guy. Was working back and forth. I know he's busy. He's a busy man. It was awesome. Thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for showing us exactly what GCW is, how it moves. To see it, I was in awe. I was in absolute awe this weekend. So Great stuff from GCW. Great night of events and action that they had. Great day for Friday. Saturday was no different. They did their best to work around WrestleMania, and then at the end of it, we got Clusterfuck Forever, which awesome stuff. Had the debut of Brody Lee Jr. Shout out to Brody Lee Jr. Shout out to his mom, and then shout out to his dad. May he rest well. But it was awesome to see him climb into a ring, make his debut match, and win his debut match at GCW's Clusterfuck Forever. Guys, what can I say except thank you, Pro Wrestling, for showing me such a great weekend. It's not over. We still have night 2 of WrestleMania. We have so much action. I'm going to make my way to WrestleCon. I will check in with you there. But until then, you guys be safe. Take care of each other. Enjoy the wrestling. Enjoy whatever else you want to enjoy. I'm Kelvin Cayley, senior editor of BCB Plus. You guys have a great weekend and check in for night 2 of WrestleMania. Peace.